Coming right up, the Heat taking on the Knicks. For the Miami Heat, they've been aggressive, and they've been good. 8 wins in their last 10 games. This team looks to grow even stronger with another statement win here tonight. Knicks, Heat, coming right up.
It's kinda easy, listen to the G-Dep sound. My Indian speakers bumping as I got the sound for you.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. We've made it through group play here in the in-season tournament. Now it's time to ramp things up for the knockout stage. My favorite. This is the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. Well, this is the start of the knockout round, Greg, for the in-season tournament. Both of these teams look fantastic as they won their respective groups during the group phase.
And, Kevin, this is where the real test begins. It's all do or die for these teams in the knockout phase. Win here, and they move that much closer to representing the East in the NBA Cup.
Now, let's head courtside to hear more about MP's record-breaking performance.
Well, it's hard to believe what MP just did, but he bested Wilt Chamberlain's 100 points in a single game, breaking one of the most hallowed records in sports history. Arguably, it was the greatest game in NBA history. It's hard to believe what he just did, guys.
You know, it's pretty remarkable. That is something else. That is pretty remarkable. And now, the New York Knicks starters. Anunoby out there with Randall. And it's the Cobra. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Brunson in at the point.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Amazing just how trusted Brunson is with the basketball.
Rozier looking around. Butler against Anunoby. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, because he's such a good scorer, people don't always talk about Jimmy Butler, the playmaker.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. The Knicks have gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. On the wing, Anunoby. Defended by Butler. Here's Randall. 9 points last game. 5 on the clock. Count that one. Lee's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
Pass to Adebayo. Adebayo with a screen for Martin. Offline with his 3.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
From 17 feet out, and there's another one for the Knicks.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now, here's Adebayo. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game.
Well, around the rim, Bam Adebayo makes so many things happen because he's so athletic.
And every time, Brent, they're written off, the Miami Heat have a way of proving doubters wrong.
You know, Kevin, it felt last year you kept waiting for when it was that the Miami Heat was going to kick in. It started in the playoffs. I mean, that's how long it took. But, man, barely escaped elimination in the play-in tournament. And for them to make it all the way to the NBA Finals just speaks a lot about that never-say-die mentality and their resiliency as a group.
Hero passes to Adebayo. He with the block. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Oh, good with the triple.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Adebayo with a screen on Brunson.
And this team relies on Rozier's decision-making and using the pick there to create a shot. for himself.
Lee outside. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. 11 points for the Cobra.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first 7.
DiVincenzo against Hero. It's rebounded by New York. Last time they met in New York.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met. But what a great game.
And the shot is good.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Pass to Rozier. Butler, a screen on Brunson. Rozier for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Lee's got 5 rebounds tonight. And there's the pass to DiVincenzo. The 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Adebayo with a screen on DiVincenzo. Hero finds Adebayo, and he uses the glass on the layup. Adebayo's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Nice roll by Adebayo, just having himself ready to receive that pass.
To the inside, Lee, and Lee with the stuff.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
So Rozier will bring it up for the Heat. A 12-point game. Adebayo with a screen for Butler. Back to Adebayo. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Adebayo's got 8 points.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
And Lee with the stuff.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so here is Miami. The Knicks making the shot. There's Hero with the 3. They get it back. For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against the Raptors.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they zapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
Here's Butler after the made shot from Lee. Lee with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks.
And DiVincenzo likes to get out into the open court to try to make something happen.
The Heat trail by 16. And Adebayo throws it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Miami.
And the importance of Adebayo to this team cannot be overstated.
Well, what they rely on most, Greg, we know, is the defensive impact he's going to make. So selfless down there to throw his body around, block shots, get out and guard pick and rolls. And he does it so consistently for this squad. It gives them a chance to win every night because Bam's willing to do the dirty work.
Here's Hero. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Adebayo down low. He's defended by Randall. New York leading by 15. Anunoby kicks to Lee. Over Butler. And it's Lee, that time on the assist by Anunoby. And now 24 points for the Cobra. In the corner, it's Martin. Miami no good on that time either.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Lee, and Lee with the stuff.
The man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
And here is Butler. A 20-point game for him in the win against Indiana.
The defensive mindset tonight was huge. He was a real pest coming up with all those steals and had great activity.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Make some noise, fans.
He's checked in for Tyler Hero. And a switcher also for New York. Burks, he's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Martin dishes to Butler. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Adebayo with a screen on Burks. Robinson passes to Martin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The jump hook. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
The Heat trail by 19. Lee with the block. Burks in the corner. Passes it to Randall. Lee outside. Over Butler. And again, it's New York. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Randall surveying the D. There's Lee with the 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 6 assists now in the game. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Martin with the bucket.
And back with one of his own. Martin feeling special.
New York leading by 19. To the middle. And he banks in the layup.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Down low, here's Adebayo. He with the block, and they'll keep possession. And the shot goes in. New York's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Fires from 14, and the Knicks good for 2.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
There's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. Takes it inside, pulls it from the elbow. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Anunoby.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game. Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
1:19 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Adebayo. Adebayo with a screen for Robinson. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And the coaching staff continues to impress upon Bam to keep exploring all of his offensive talents. His confidence sky high.
To the paint, here's Lee. And Lee with the stuff.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Miami's on a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Butler passes to Adebayo. And a miss there on the triple.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Now, here's Burks. Still scoreless.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
There's 31 seconds left in the first. Inside, here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Watch out when Adebayo gets vertical. That's a big Bam.
Goes up on the wing. No good from Lee.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Lee outside. From deep three-point land. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell.
Keep it up.
That's the way to close the quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
And so it's New York finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Here are the five New York has to start here in the second. We've got Bogdanovich, Jalen Brunson out there with Alec Burks. And it's the Cobra, and it's Randall in at the 4. Burks' shot is good.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now, Hero. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Indiana.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Took him no time at all on that one. Lee's got 4 points this quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Shot's good by Hero.
How about Hero? Gets inside and finds a way to sneak up his shot and get it to go.
Lee, that's good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Hero against Brunson. Three-pointer. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Now, Hero to the paint. Kicks it out to Love. This one for 3. He with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And the Heat making a change here. Rozier's checked in. Then for the Knicks, Hartenstein comes in for Lee. And it's Achua in for Julius Randle. And Adebayo's checked in for Miami. And then for New York, Lee's checked in for Hartenstein. OG Anunoby comes in for Achua. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Alec Burks. It's Adebayo, top of the key. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows. And we have really watched Jalen Brunson come into his own, playing at a higher level.
Well, it's unbelievable, Greg, that he just had that spark here in Dallas, and that has triggered what it is we get from Jalen Brunson on a nightly basis. Respected for his toughness, his offensive game is growing.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And once Rozier spots that hole in the defense, he just doesn't hesitate. Just sends the ball to an open shooter.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He had 16 points in the win against the Raptors in Toronto.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
New York's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Lee lays it up off the glass. Lee's got 58.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. Another bucket. Wow.
And his tear continues. Another 60-point game. I've never seen anything like that.
And now has the record for the most 60-plus point games in a row.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Lee outside. It's hauled in by Hero.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Here's Lee. And, yep, another basket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Adebayo with a screen on DiVincenzo. Pass to Adebayo. And there's the foul. It'll go on Lee. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Butler, he's checked in for Tyler Hero. And New York with a change here, too. Randall's checked in for Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. Rozier for 3. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
And over the course of his career, Rozier has really improved his three-point numbers. That off-season work on the jumper has paid off big time.
Brunson the pass to Randall. Out to Lee from downtown. Yet another bucket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And even in this knockout round of the in-season tournament, Greg, these games also count towards the team's regular season record.
And even as they take part in this tourney, more than likely, some of these games we're witnessing provide a preview of matchups we'll see come playoff time.
Attention fans, now on the court is your Light Squad. Get loud and let them hear it.
And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, the Cobra.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least.
Brunson against Rozier. Butler with the ball. Adebayo with a screen on Anunoby. Butler finds Adebayo. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Adebayo's got 31 points. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Heat culture seems to be a cliche, but it's not. Jimmy Butler says we never lost confidence in this group, in ourselves. We know what we're capable of. We just have to go out and prove it. We're not worried about anybody else, just the guys in our locker room, coaching staff, ownership, management. Back to you guys.
Boy, David, aren't they locked in? There's something else. Thank you. The Heat shooting their second and third. So it's New York holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back for the Miami Heat.
They're rolling out the red carpet in the lane, and everybody's on the guest list. They need to call security, tighten it up.
You know what, Shaq? You'd be a good bouncer. I mean, heck, you could just, do that as a side hustle.
And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaping up here in the midseason.
You take a look at the Heat. You know, Halloween was a long time ago, but this team is still the scariest group in the league. They're striking fear into every team that has to go against them, Shaq.
You're starting to scare me, Kenny.
Oh, okay. That wasn't scary.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say? Lee, an impressive effort here today.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
Adebayo at center with Martin next to him. The wingman, it's Hero and Butler. And it's Rozier in at the point guard. It's the group on the floor for Miami.
They don't call him Jimmy Buckets for nothing.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. We're playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Hero from long range. It's rebounded by New York. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Back to Lee. The 15-footer hits it again. Wow!
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, here's the problem. He's shooting the lights out, but they're still behind. They need another guy to step up.
Brunson kicks to DiVincenzo. Here's Lee. He got it again. Sensational. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Butler. Offensive rebound. Goes up with it again. And it's good on the layup. Butler's got 8 points.
Just relentless, Jimmy Butler.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Lee outside. Good, he hits again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Rozier against Brunson. And Adebayo throws it down.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Lee outside. Lets it go with a three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. To the inside. Adebayo. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. For the three. Miami grabs the miss. Outside, Hero. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And it's in there. Adebayo's got 41.
Good job by Tyler just finding the open teammate and showing some good awareness.
No good from Lee. The Heat have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Butler kicks to Rozier. And the pass to Adebayo. Here's Martin. Cans the shot with nobody near him. 8 points for him.
Oh, man, just taking a smooth shot. Martin could have put butter on that one.
Here's Lee outside. Tries again. And it's laid in by Randall.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clapped for that effort.
Rozier the pass to Hero. Good ball movement here by Miami. Launches a three, and there's Rozier on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 6 assists here tonight.
Never shy about shooting the rock. We've seen Rozier go off in the playoffs before. He loves the limelight.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And another basket for Miami.
Encouraging to see Rozier drain that one. You know it has to help his confidence moving forward.
Lee outside. Shoots the three. Rebound by Butler. For Miami, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Down low, here's Adebayo. Misses from short range.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close. He is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Passes it to Adebayo. Not going to go that time. Good D by Anunoby. Fires the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Anunoby's got 8.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Rozier finds Adebayo. Double team on Adebayo. Rozier for 3. DiVincenzo with the rebound. DiVincenzo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 9.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Adebayo with the bucket. 43 points for Bam Adebayo.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
DiVincenzo kicks to Brunson. Here's Lee, and again.
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in an NBA game all time. He is knocking down everything.
It's truly one of the greatest games in league history. He cannot miss. Randall passes to DiVincenzo. Lee, and good. He hits it again.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history. And Adebayo throws it down.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
The Knicks shooting wonderfully up to this point. 67%. Here's Lee. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Heat. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Here's Butler, and slam dunk by Butler.
Well, on the attack, Jimmy Butler playing with that edge.
And here are the Knicks now.
And Brent, the thing you respect about Jimmy Butler, here's a guy with an old school mentality.
Well, I love that he competes against the other team, Greg, but there's a part of Jimmy Butler, and we saw it a lot in the last 2 seasons, how much of a protector he is of the culture.
To the right side. Just 4 to shoot. From deep 3-point territory. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. With some arc, that one falls.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Butler deciding where to go with it. Adebayo with a screen for Butler. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Knicks on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. The 9-foot shot, and it's Lee, that time on the assist from Randall. Randall's got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
And Julius trying to find ways where he can be more effective as a playmaker.
Rozier with a screen on Anunoby. Here's Butler at basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too
for Miami. Love's checked in for Butler. And it's Rozier in for Hero. And so it's New York with it. A great fourth. Another one goes. Incredible.
He's scoring at an insane level here, folks. The defense powerless to slow him down.
Yeah, he's on a mission, closing in on third place all-time in scoring. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson out there with Alec Burks. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. Then it's Likova. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5. Miami's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Rozier the pass to Jaquez. Adebayo with the screen on Bogdanovic. Shot clock at 6. Back to Rozier. Love kicks to Robinson. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And it's Rozier missing. New York's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And again, it's New York.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Yes, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
It's good to see Rozier improving as a playmaker. Passes like this help make his guys better players.
The Heat have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. That's good. And it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. The Knicks have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And another assist for him. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Robinson kicks to Rozier. Now here's Adebayo. Guarded close. Back to Rozier. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Offensive rebound. Here's Lee outside. Here's Hartenstein. And at last, they get one to fall.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Adebayo finds Rozier. Jaquez with the bucket. Jaquez has got 5 points in the quarter.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Here's Lee outside, and another one falls.
And that score moving him clear into third all-time for scoring in a game.
Well, G.A., you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished either. Rozier for 3. Bogdanovic grabs the miss.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And another one falls. Amazing.
And he is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record books.
That score moving him clearly into second place for most points in a game. Here's what Miami's going with right now. Martin's checked in for Adebayo. Jimmy Butler comes in for Robinson. And it's Tyler Hero in for Terry Rozier. Martin, with the block. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. And here are the Heat now. Just 5 to shoot. And a deep three from Hero. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second three of the game. One in each half.
On up the court. Martin the pass to Butler. Here's Jaquez. Martin with it. He's picked up by Lee. Martin with the bucket.
Well, when you look at Martin's numbers, he's not a volume three-point shooter, but he can be effective from deep.
Takes a three. No good from Lee. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Outside Butler. Pass to Hero. And the NBA, Brent, doing away with positions for the votes for all-NBA teams. We could see some interesting all-NBA teams now, though, with that in mind.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin, especially in a game that is dominated by wings and guards because of player movement and three-point shooting. But I love it. You're rewarding the guys who have had phenomenal seasons and are deserving of that kind of recognition.
Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll head home and take on the Toronto Raptors. And then on Wednesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Utah up against the Jazz.
And that game against the Clippers, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
And New York making a change here. Hart's checked in. And here we look at Hartenstein. He can do a little bit of everything for you.
Hartenstein, probably the biggest skill he has that I see often is the playmaking ability. So he'll rebound and be physical, but all of a sudden sneak a pass in there with a great assist.
Fires the three. And another one.
Kevin, now I'm in disbelief. He set a new all-time record for scoring in a single game.
Well, Greg, a record that was for so long thought to be untouchable. He continues to amaze. So it's Miami now. Outside Butler. Over Bogdanovich. Shots good by Butler. Butler's got 12 points in just the second half.
Jimmy Butler has great patience to go along with that strength to operate in the pick and roll.
To the paint. Here's Hartenstein. Lee outside. 4 on the shot clock. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. And Miami shooting around 37% in the fourth quarter. The minutes starting to wear on them. Bogdanovich against Butler. Adebayo the screen. It's deflected. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Finished off the break. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stakes for the Knicks?
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Clock at 6. Adebayo with a screen for Rozier. Up again. Adebayo on the follow. Adebayo's got 47 points.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Lee against Martin. Pass to Hartenstein. A 3 from Bogdanovich. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 11 rebounds in the game. Butler, no good. The Knicks shooting 55% in the fourth. They are executing late. Lee outside. Hartenstein passes to McBride. GA is at mid. Or does it feel like we've had more parity in the league the last few seasons?
Well, Kevin, the playoffs have been pretty hard to predict lately. I will give you that. There's been only one repeat champion in the past decade. It's a competitive league, and they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And New York making a change here. Rubio's checked in. Rozier kicks to Adebayo. Here's Martin, and finished off by Martin.
And there is some intelligence behind the passing of Adebayo. Not flashy, but making smart ones.
Rubio, the pass to Lee. Rubio outside. Hart finds Rubio. New York moving the ball around. The pass to Lee. From outside the arc. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking him down from deep.
Craig, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game.
And it's a four-way tie now. Himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Dame Lillard.
Passes to Adebayo. Adebayo with a screen on Bogdanovich. Butler passes to Adebayo. The Knicks pull it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Knicks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the Cobra.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Good! Another from 3.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
He passed Curry's high a little earlier, and now he's matched Clay's mark. Didn't think we'd see a show like this coming into tonight, but here we are.
Out to Lee. Puts up a 3. And again for 3.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful 3.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
And Klay Thompson, viewed as one of the best shooters ever to play this game. Hard to believe that the mark of 14 made threes has been passed here this evening.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. And they advance to the semifinals, Greg, of the NBA Cup. What a nice run they're on right now.
And getting to that last 4 is a huge accomplishment. They gotta be thrilled. And I really think this team comes out of the East. I love their chances to make it to the championship.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. for Greg
I'm here with
Anthony.
MP, who has just set the record for the most three-pointers in a single game. MP, first of all, tremendous performance.
Thanks, Jamila.
Now, when did you realize that breaking this record might be a possibility?
I didn't think too much about it, but when I had 10, I think, my teammates started telling me to shoot. They wanted this record more than I did, to be honest. But, you know, it's a team game, so I'm going to do what my guys ask, within reason.
So what's next for you after a performance like this?
You know, same thing I always do. Get back in the gym, do some film work, rest and recovery. You know, come out ready for the next one.
Sounds good, MP. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
MP, what do you have to say after breaking the most unbreakable record in sports?
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
That's what I'm talking about, MP. On fire. Flamethrower coming through. Everybody look out.
MP's a shooter, man. That's what he do. Splash.
At least 60 points in 5 consecutive games. I only have one question for you. Are you human?
I'm a basketball player to my core. Ever since I was a kid, this game has been my passion and my calling. I've always felt a deep connection to it. Like, when I step on the court, I feel like I'm part of something bigger than myself. It's almost religious. Basketball connects me to generations that came before me and generations that would come after me. It's an incredibly special feeling. It makes me feel more alive than anything else in this world.
He probably wish he was doing a little bit better with all the hype he had coming in. But he's doing great. It's still early.
That's the kind of game where you look at the stats and you think, was anybody guarding him? Then you realize you could put 5 guys on him and he still was going to make the shot.
You can see this coming. MP's always been a great shooter. Now he's putting it all together. Everybody's on notice.
Yo, MP, what's up, man? You joining an affiliation yet?
Nah, bro, that's why I'm here.
Then you should join Elite. We got the best ballers in the city.
Biggest ball hogs, maybe. Elite's all about ISO play.
All right, I hear that. I take it you're not a part of the Elite then.
Nah, I care about winning. I'm on Rise.
All right, look, all Elite does is win. What my boy Shake here means is that we do it with style. That's how you get on 2K TV top plays. He's more into the chest passes and charges, you know, all that fundamental stuff.
Yo, that's cap. And you don't need to sink that low.
Come on, man, who's lying? I've never seen you hit a hezzy pull-up Jimbo from 28 feet, Shake.
Yo, fellas. Listen, I'm just asking if you can tell me the exact difference between Elite and Rise.
Yeah.
Bet.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm still not sure what I want to do yet.
That's all right. You don't need to decide right now.
Just come back whenever you're ready, and I'll get you started.
No. I'll get you started.
Listen, man, MP's a winner. He don't want nothing to do with you.
This is all about Elite. Fellas, you win, you get more prizes.
We out here about
really
getting buckets and wins. This is how we do. This is what we do in these streets. No. You don't understand.